Hello everybody, welcome to Seton Academy episode 10, I believe we're on, anime review. Sorry, I'm a day late. Stuff happens, I make no excuses, but we're here now. This episode we met another new character. She had red hair and is a human. She's definitely a human. Definitely. Can't doubt. She's telling the truth, I promise. I promise she's probably not, is she? Also, a lot of funny stuff with King. That was funny. I like this episode. Jin's an asshole. That also happened. He's like, right, I think it was last week, someone commented and was like, this show would be 1,000 times better without Jin. And I was like, I assumed he was going to start off hating them all and then he was going to become less of a dick. But he's still a dick, really. He's still a dick, but he's getting on with them better. So like he's half growing, but then he does idiotic things that make you want to punch the man. And punch him we do want to. That is a thing that happened. Anyway, let's jump into the episode and see what went down and everything. Let's do this. We open up with that redhead girl talking to the headmaster, and the T-Rex is there as well. She wants to enroll at the school, so she's going to go look around, is the long and short of it. Turns out there's the culture festival coming up, because it wouldn't be a high school anime if there wasn't a culture festival. Jin has got Ranker in a bag and is running away with a bunch of horny dogs, literally. And then because basically the way I understand it, she's in heat, so she stayed in her room, and then she came out of her room and her pheromones everywhere, and all the dogs were like, "Damn, that's hot!" And then they started chasing her, and then she ran into Jin to try and get him to help her, and that is how they got where they are now. But her name. Not her, the red girl. Red girl got a spear out and wrecks all the dogs off screen. It's good stuff. Her name is Ann Anatani, I think, unless Ann is just a nickname, or Ann. I'll say whatever. Ann. I'm a Brit man. She goes to see the cooking clubs, and Hitomi makes friends with her, because it's like, I've never seen another human girl before, and it's like, so damn, humans are not common. Like, I sort of expected there to be the same amount of humans as real. I sort of expected it to even out, like there'd be as many giraffes as there are in real life, but no, it's like it's like Noah's Ark, sort of, in a way. There's like barely any of anything. That's a good way of putting it. I've cracked the code, I've cracked the law. Ranker, as I said, is in heat, found that out, and beat up all the dogs. Jin and Ranker hide in a shed briefly where the giraffe that wants Jin's dick is, so then they run away, because of course they do. Run back to his room. Then Jin pauses for a moment because he realizes he's in his room alone with Ranker, and he's like, wait a minute, she's in heat. Oh no, I've made a mistake. And she pounces on him, lick him a bit, and then he tells her he hates her, and she starts proper crying, and I felt really bad for her. I was like, Jin, you're an asshole and a prick and a cockwomble and other insulting words. What's wrong with you? At least he felt bad about it, If he didn't feel bad about it, I would have been even more mad. But at least he has some remorse. Silver lining is what I'm trying to do here, because he's a scumbag. Not a fan at all. Anne has food cooked for her by the other members of the cooking club, and she can eat a lot. So that's a clue as to what animal she is. Spoiler for later on in the episode: she's not actually a human, so I have no idea what she actually is. Jin shows up and is nice to Anne because she's a human, and it's just a bit like, Jin, you're more an asshole. You just made Ranker cry, and now you're being nice to this new girl. Not good. And everyone's but Jin's being a bit evasive. He's like looking away or whatever. So everyone figures out, oh crap, something happened with Ranker. What's that about? Jin gets annoyed at himself, remembering that he made her cry, basically, and it's like, Jin, just stop being a tsundere. It's not even being a tsundere, you're just being a prick. Stop it. Then he thinks that Anne is about to confess to him, and he's like, nope, only like Hitomi. I will say, this is a little touch I liked. When he says, hey, Hitomi's the only one for me, bloody Ranker's tail appeared in the little thought bubble. He's like, it's not true though, he's thinking about Ranker too. She's still in there. Come on, Ranker section, unite. After that, Hitomi and Anne go have a bath. Anne passes out in the bath after glaring at her boobs for a little bit. what happened after that? Jesus Christ. They go to her room, eat meat. That's another clue. She likes meat and she eats meat. She stays the night, boob grab, wanna be friends. Good stuff. Rank is still sad and she starts sniffing Jin's jacket and then she steals it and goes to wear it outside. It's like, okay, that's theft. I'm on your side, Ranker, but don't steal the man's clothes. Turns out heat is over. We find out as well, and then she smells a barbecue, and who's having a barbecue? It's bloody Anne. She's got a load of meat in a barbecue. Like, why would you want to sleep outside? Hitomi said you could stay in her room with her. She let you share the bed. She weren't even that fussed where you fondled her. Like, Anne, you have a good place to stay there, my friend. So then Ranker explains everything. Well, what she thinks is everything to Anne. So Ranker is under the impression that she's dating Jin, and that's just like, no. Domestic abuse, if you think you are, like, no. That's not what's going on. Feel even worse for Ranker now. Jin, sort her out. Like, tell her where you stand, but you can't, because you ain't sure yet, are you? Are you, Jin, you little thing? Anne doesn't trust or like humans. Basically says they lie a lot, they're assholes. Don't like humans. They're not good. But Ranker sticks up for Jin. He's like, nah, Jin's great. And I'm like, have you been watching the same show? Jin is not great. Jin is a knowledgeable, like, dickhead. But he helps out. But, I mean, I just want him to, like, grow and become less of a dick. I want him to be a nice guy. Not a super nice guy. He can still be snarky, just don't be a complete dick. Like, there is a level, and he's way in the dick section, and not in the snark. But yeah. Then she's like, I'm gonna go to ask him why he hates me. And she does that, to be fair. She gives him his jacket back and is like, oi, let's have a civilized conversation like flipping adults. Why do you hate me, Jin? And he's like, humans, he's like, Anne was right, humans lie, so I don't actually hate you. Don't take it so seriously. And I'm like, Jin, you flipping the word you're looking for is I apologize. He might have said it, but I'm in anger is what I was trying to say there at poor Jin. After that, Ranker is like, hey, and you can join the pack too, because then, you'd be a part of our club. And she's like, no, can't be doing that. She goes off, and Jin is just like looking at her like, she is a human, right? And it's like, well, no, she's not then. Like, Jin, if you're second guessing it, you're the smartest person when it comes to knowing about animals. Like, if she doesn't seem human, chances are she's probably not human. She returns to her school, which has an extinct species section, which was pretty cool. They all hate humans, and they're trying to make humans extinct. So I assume she's a... They said what all the animals were, but they were like 4 or 5 words in their name, and I ain't going to write that down. I don't think they said what she was. If they did, I completely missed it. But I don't know what she is, so... I assume it comes up later. So if they've not said it, don't tell me. If I missed it, feel free. Anyway, the important bit now of the episode, post-credits scene. It's the Impala tournament. King is there. Nobody wants to fight King because he's a lion and not an Impala. Shiho's dad wants to fight him and King wins off screen, basically, like that. He gives a big old impassioned speech about how he's going to take care of Shiho and become the dirt and all that. It was very nice. It turned them all around. They were like, you know what, son, you got this. And it's like, great. They're all cool with him now. And then he basically tells them to their face, I'm about to go shag your daughter now. And obviously they didn't approve of that because don't tell them. Like, it's all right to know. Like, it's like, hey, we know what you're going to do. But it's a bit different when you're just like, here's what I'm about to do. And then there was this really, really weird, it was kind of funny. It was like proper Impala and proper lion, like doing the naughty. And it was like, yeah, it's kind of weird when you think about it. Obviously in this show, is it less weird? I was about to say it's less weird. Is it less weird? Because he's still a lion. He's just a furry. Nothing against furries, obviously, but is that less weird? Doesn't matter. Jin is not the best. King is the best. He's the true protagonist that we need. That's a point. Look at how Jin treats people, and look at how King treats people. It's completely different. King's a good guy. Jin, please become a good guy. I mean, we've got 2 episodes left, so it's not going to happen in this series. But this is for your sake, not for mine. And anyway, that was the end of this week's episode. Talking about it, I think I enjoyed it more than I thought I did, because I've been pretty hyped for this review. It's been good. Curious to see what they do with the Extinct Alliance thing. I assume they're going to be like, one will show up and then they'll beat it somehow. Although we've got 2 episodes left, so maybe that'll be quote-unquote season 2. Further in the manga. I assume we're going to end with the School Culture Festival because it's a high school anime, and that just makes sense, doesn't it? Really. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what they're going to do. Cooking Club can cook some things, maybe. Although we haven't seen them do too much cooking, so who knows? Most of them don't even cook, do they? Like, it's literally just no, some of them cook. Rambling now. Thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing and stuff for more reviews on the channel. Good stuff. I will see you next week for another episode of this, and bye guys.